Bromley Football Club is an English association football club based in Bromley, Greater London, England. The club participates in the National League, the fifth tier of English football. Bromley's home matches are played at Hayes Lane. History 19th century Bromley Football Club was founded in 1892 and played friendly games against mainly local opposition sides in its first season. Their first competitive football came in the South London League, which was won at the first attempt. However, they moved frequently between leagues in those early days. 2 seasons in the Southern Football League were followed by a spell in the London League, winning the Division 2 title in 1897. 20th century After a brief interlude in the Kent League, Bromley returned to the London League but were expelled in 1900. They then competed in the Spartan League, and after winning the title in 1908, they had their first spell in the Isthmian League and won the championship in each of their first 2 seasons. After the First World War they joined the Athenian League, winning the title in 1923. The club then moved into its current Hayes Lane Stadium in 1938. Though the 1930s were successful on the cup front, league honours eluded them until 1949 when they lifted the Athenian League Championship, to go with the FA Amateur Cup. 3 years later they rejoined the Isthmian League, and again made an immediate impact, finishing runners-up at the first attempt, and going one better in 1954, reversing the previous season's 6-point margin over Walthamstow Avenue, who were again runners-up when Bromley were champions again in 1961. The following season they had only 2 clubs below them, and in 13 subsequent seasons only twice finished in the top half, culminating in relegation in 1975, the second time they had finished at the bottom. Bromley were promoted back to the newly named Premier Division in 1980, and during an up-and-down period they were relegated again in 1984, then promoted 2 years later before finishing runners-up to Yeovil Town in 1988, the highest league position for over 25 years, and then relegated for a third time 2 years later. Regaining Premier Division status at the first attempt under new manager George Wakeling, they remained in the top flight until 1999 when, after their best start to a season for many a year, 13 points out of the first 5 games, they only won 4 of the remaining 37 league games, and as a consequence were relegated for the 4th time since promotion and relegation was introduced. 21st century Following the latest relegation, the club fell into a period of sharp decline. Amid poor cup performances and dramatically diminishing attendances, Bromley twice finished in the bottom 5 of the Isthmian League First Division before in 2002, local businessman and former Bromley player Jerry Doak took control of the club. Though this would mark the beginning of an upward turn in the club's fortunes, it was not enough to prevent Bromley from dropping into the 8th tier of English football for the first time following the 2004 restructuring of non-league football, which saw the creation of regional Conference North and South divisions below the Conference Premier. Bromley had finished the 2003 April season 8th in the First Division South, when 6th place would have seen them qualify for the new 7th tier Isthmian Premier Division. Indiana, 2004/05. Under the returning Wakeling the team hit form almost straight away and reached a playoff places by the season's end. Wins over Metropolitan Police and Horsham followed, marking Bromley's return to the Premier Division after a 6-year absence. After a season of consolidation, former Crystal Palace chairman Mark Goldberg became manager in 2006 and in his first season led the club to 2nd place in the Premier Division and a further promotion to the Conference South following playoff victories over AFC Wimbledon and Billericay Town. For the next 7 seasons Bromley enjoyed mixed fortunes in the Conference South, flirting with both relegation and promotion while also recording a number of mid-table finishes. Indiana, 2014/15, the club made a number of high-profile signings and stadium developments and, despite a background of uncertainty over the club's ownership, would go on to win the title, earning promotion to the Conference Premier for the first time in its history. Cup exploits Bromley won the FA Amateur Cup 3 times, the third being in 1949 when a then-record crowd of 96,000 watched them beat Romford in the first Wembley final. In 1911 they beat Bishop Auckland at Turnhill, and in 1938 were victors over Erith and Belvedere in the only All-Kent final. All three finals were won by the same 1-0 scoreline, and the goal in each game was scored by the player wearing the number 8 shirt. The second round proper of the FA Cup has been reached 3 times, with first-round appearances on a further 10 occasions. Since entering the FA Trophy in 1974 following the cessation of the Amateur Cup they had not gone beyond the second round until season 2000-2001 when they reached the third round after the competition had been revamped. Bromley have won the Kent Senior Cup 6 times and also won the Kent Amateur Cup on 12 occasions. The London Senior Cup has been won on 5 occasions, most recently beating Kingstonian FC in 2013's final, with the London Challenge Cup coming to Hayes Lane in 1996. Ground. After playing at White Hart Field, Widmer Road and Plaistow Cricket Ground, Bromley then relocated to their first Hayes Lane ground before moving around 300 yards to the current stadium in 1938. They had to leave the ground when fire destroyed the main stand in October 1992, but returned in September 1993. The record attendance stands at 10,798 for a game against Nigeria in September 1949. In April 2015, the club submitted a planning application to replace the current South Stand with a new 1,485-capacity all-seater stand attached to a multi-purpose indoor sports facility and a new car park. Current squad. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Out on loan. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. Coaching staff. Honours: Conference South, winners 2014 Euro 15. Spartan League, winners 1907 Euro 08. Isthmian League, winners 1908 Euro 09, 1909 Euro 10, 1953 Euro 54, 1960 Euro 61, runners-up, 1952 Euro 53, 1955 Euro 56, 1987 Euro 88, 2006 Euro 07. Isthmian League Division 1, runners-up, 1979 Euro 80, 1985 Euro 86, 1990 Euro 91, playoff winners, 2004 Euro 05. Athenian League, winners 1922 Euro 23, 1948 Euro 49, 1950 Euro 51, runners-up, 1935 Euro 36. FA Amateur Cup, winners 1910 Euro 11, 1937 Euro 38, 1948 Euro 49. London Senior Cup, winners 1909 Euro 10, 1945 Euro 46, 1950 Euro 51, 2002 Euro 03, 2012 Euro 13, runners-up, 1948 Euro 49, 1959 Euro 60, 1984 Euro 85, 2006 Euro 07. Former players. 1. Players that have played managed in the Football League or any foreign equivalent to this level. 2. Players with full international caps. 3. Players that hold a club record or have captained the club. Keith Lawrence, Gareth McCleary, Sam Wood, Solomon Taiwo, Joe Pigott, Wes Foderingham, Harrison Dunk, Ryan Hall, Nathan Green, Quader Maynard. References. External links. Official website, Bromley at the Football Club History Database.